Max, for the people following the situation in Russia and Ukraine, can you kind of sum up what's sort of happening? Because you've been tweeting a lot about it.
Yeah, it's a typical hoax between the deep state and the world. They cook up these fake skirmishes to trade on inside information and make a lot of money. So I'm sure Hillary Clinton's going to make a killing. Nancy Pelosi will make a killing again. The world is one big hedge fund.
Does this have anything to do with Bitcoin or your feelings on Bitcoin?
Yes, Bitcoin is, as I say, you don't change Bitcoin, Bitcoin changes you. So as world leaders' minds are transformed by the protocol, there is tectonic shifts in how power is wielded. And as we see in El Salvador, they understand that Bitcoin is the future, and as a result, the people are happy here and free, unlike, let's say, in Canada, where they're essentially now in a gulag.
There was a threat that, the U.S. or other countries could impose sanctions and potentially remove Russia off the SWIFT system, but that would be very difficult in the Bitcoin world, right? So can you talk a little bit about how maybe this is moving Russia in the direction of being more friendly toward Bitcoin?
Yeah, I think Russia's praying that the U.S. takes them off SWIFT so they can legitimately go on a Bitcoin standard. I think they're already going to start to demand payment in Bitcoin for gas. So I think their goal, they've got 9% of the world's gold. To get 9% of the world's Bitcoin, they'd need to accumulate about 1.8 million Bitcoin. I think that's their goal.
So how's this going to play out? Because there was so much tension. People were expecting possibly a war to break out this weekend. Is this just going to fizzle out?
Yeah, as usual, it's going to fizzle out. It's a big hoax. A lot of people are going to make a lot of money. To make that money, they print money. So the purchasing power for fiat money goes down, as usual. So the poor get poorer. The insider traders make a lot of money. Russia is... President Putin, I would say, is the only true statesman in the world. He seems to be the only guy, he's the only adult in the room. So he's shown incredible restraint against these little chihuahuas nipping at his heels, doing all these hedge fund games. He's quite a masterful chess player.
Why doesn't Russia just adopt Bitcoin as legal tender like El Salvador right now?
Well, they've got elements in the Russian government, in the Kremlin, that are not for Bitcoin, right? Putin is a democratically elected leader, and he's got different constituents and different folks who want different things, right? So it's got to happen organically over time. He's not the all-powerful wielding Oz that the West makes him out to be. He's responding to his country. And so rolling out Bitcoin has taken time, but ultimately the game theory is it makes it inevitable and predictable that they will be the first, like they were with the Sputnik satellite, into space. And this will set off the hash war or hash race, as I've been saying now for 5 years. The US will then reluctantly have to come in and join this hash race. Texas is already the biggest Bitcoin mining facility in the world. I think the feds are going to try to co-opt and seize the Texas Bitcoin mining facilities for the federal government. So Texas will have to defend itself, possibly secede.
All right, what event will spark oil actually being priced in Bitcoin?
The collapse of fiat money, of course. Fiat money is collapsing all over the world. So as it collapses, it changes the way the world operates. We go to a hyper-Bitcoinization on a global basis, which would include all commodities, which includes the #1 traded commodity in the world, and that would be oil.